Morning, everybody. Another episode of the Keep Going podcast, athletes shining a light on mental health. And like any good mental health podcast episode, I'm at the BP gas station in McChesney Park, Illinois. David Mitchell, you look handsome as always, brother. Where are you coming out of?
I'm coming out of Colorado today. No snow on the ground just yet. It's snowing on the top, but no snow on the ground yet. Yeah, I'm doing well. How are you doing?
Everything is good, man. So you guys had some snow earlier on in October, correct? How was the mountain looking? How was the weather by you guys?
Um, this weekend was actually pretty nice. 50s, 60s. Got outside, played some golf with some friends, reconnected
Awesome.
with some old friends, which was kind of nice. But yeah, it's kind of hit or miss, you know? We could get 2 feet of snow this week. You never know.
That's incredible, man. I would love to just be out there in Colorado for a year and kind of see what you see. If I know anything, Dave, when you get on the golf course with some people, it might lead to some future episode guests. So I'm all about that, man. How'd you shoot?
Not good.
Yeah, we're baseball players. People forget that, man. But no, in all seriousness, yeah, we're a man or two down, as they say. Jackie Tripp is not here. Jackie is actually at the Pats game, which she sent a really odd text earlier this morning about how Boston, Massachusetts is the greatest sports city of all time. Dave, how'd you feel about that?
I'm not. I don't have an opinion. I don't want to step into that area right now.
Yeah, fair
Um,
enough. Fair enough. Go ahead. Yeah, man.
but yeah, whatever she says goes.
Fair enough. Yeah, she's the boss lady. But yeah, we were supposed to have a guest on. Obviously it's just myself and Big Dave today. So to keep the streak alive, we've been on here 100 plus, 150 plus, I should say, episodes. We want to keep that streak alive. We want to talk a little bit about last week's episode. Obviously, Morgan's message, Dave. Lots of good feedback, lots of good clips. How'd you feel about that episode? It was nice to finally get that episode out.
Yeah, it was great to get that message out. I thought it went really well. I think she spoke really well. She was really well spoken. She hit a couple key moments on mental health in general, and shifting your focus. I think a lot of times with mental health or anxiety or maybe even depression, it's a lot of thoughts going into your brain about possibly the past or the future. And I think it was a couple weeks ago, so I don't remember exactly how she answered this question. But I think if we can stay more in the present and just focus on, hey, this is what we got right now, can help your mental health a lot. What do you think about that?
I completely agree. And I actually listened to a couple episodes, not only ours, but a couple more episodes of the mental matchup. If you haven't checked it out already, do it. They have an interview kind of platform too, but they also do like solo episodes where Kat jumps on. Really good. And Dave, I would agree with you. I think staying in the present is so key. Yeah, me and Ash were having this conversation earlier this weekend. You know, sometimes we try to sit there and we think about all the crazy bad stuff that can happen. For example, she had an athlete that was coming in, a 10-year-old softball player. She wants to do hitting lessons with Ashton. Ashton cannot throw soft toss. Like, she cannot do it. Like, for whatever reason, she has like a mental block when it comes to throwing front toss flips. And she stressed about it. She worried about it. She wanted to cancel it all week. And we get to today, and that family canceled today. It's like you think all this time about what you've done in the past and what's coming up in the future. I think there's a stat, Dave, and I could be butchering this, but like 90% of things that we worry about will actually never happen like that in real life. And we think that, man, and we think about our past. And sometimes, like Milet talks about, right? We think about the past and we go, we don't deserve anything good in the future because what we've done in the past. I think that's incorrect, man. How do you feel about that?
Yeah, no, I don't think we can look behind us too much. I've seen a lot of people that have struggled with a couple people that have been close to me that struggle with the past and everything bad that has happened to them. And even though that could be true, you only can look forward. It's happened. There's nothing we can do about it. So I think it's important to um, kind of change your mindset when it comes to that. I've been reading a new book. It's called The Power of Positive Thinking.
Yeah.
And
Who's it by, Dave? You know?
it talks about expecting good things to happen. Why
Yeah.
not, right? Why not
Yeah.
expect something good to happen? Even though it could be scary or you could have some fear in it. Why not replace fear with faith or belief? I think that's important. What do you think helps you stay grounded when you're going through those thoughts?
Yeah, man, that's a tough one. I think a lot of people our age, like in the 20s and 30s, they try to bury those thoughts, right? I was the guy that I've been very vocal on this podcast about. I used to go out and party and drink and honestly everything. Drink, I smoked whenever, it was available. I chewed tobacco. I was out, talking to women, doing other things. I think a lot of us try to bury it, right? Makes you feel better. That quick dopamine makes you feel better a little bit. Then you wake up like Monday morning or Tuesday, whenever, and you're like, oh man, I feel even worse now. I think something I've done to replace that to stay grounded is my faith, man. We've had a lot of good conversation about that, like getting into the word, having a Bible study group, having a church that we're comfortable in, having people you can lean on and talk about faith. Um, Colton Palmer, he's been on the podcast. He runs our Friday Bible study at NCSA. And he talks about how I want people to think about the faith aspect more than the religion aspect. Like the faith aspect of knowing it's bigger than us is so much more important than the indifference that religion causes. And I wish more people could get back to the root of it. That's how I stay grounded, man. Really, with my faith. I know you feel, more similar about that too, but anything else outside of faith, Dave?
Yeah, I agree with you on that with my faith. I think for myself as well is moving my body every day. Whether it's walking, working out, going to the gym, getting outside. I think moving my body helps me a lot, clear my mind. And sometimes I just go for a 10-minute walk with no
Mhm.
distractions and
Yeah.
just kind of like, really focus on the now and how it's actually not that bad. Like
Yeah.
there's a lot of other people out there that are going through a lot worse things than myself. So if I can associate my faith with gratitude and movement, I think that helps a lot.
No, and Kat talked about that in the episode last week. I guess my question, Dave, like I have a lot of athletes that, you know, they'll look at me sometimes and go, I'm not motivated to do this. Like I don't know why. Like, I want to do it, but like some days I want to stay in bed. I'm not really that motivated. Anything you'd say to those athletes or even like professionals, right, that don't want to get out of bed and attack the day, like what would you say to them?
Um, I think you have to look yourself in the mirror and ask yourself what's your best self.
Yeah.
Like what's the best version of myself? Yeah, I don't want to get up at 4:30 a.m. and go to the gym and go to work, but I do it because I know it will help my future self um, a lot. I want
Yeah.
to transition into another question for you, Pat. Going off that like mid 20s, there's a lot of transitions in the mid 20s. Maybe moving out of your hometown or your house, starting a new job. Or graduating school? Is there any advice you would tell that person that's going through that transition time?
Yeah, dude, I think the biggest thing, and I'm like talking to my, past self here. It's one, I love what you say. It's always gonna get better. The next foot in front of the other. We had Ann Gloden on, a soccer player at Central Michigan a couple of years ago now, and she talked about putting one foot in front of the other. I thought that was so strong, like a Division I athlete, like a college coach. Like sometimes we get lost in all the other clutter and bullshit that goes into the day. Um, Another thing I'd say moving forward would be you're not going to be perfect. Like, I think a lot of times we have to do this and do that. If we mess up one thing, like the day's ruined. Like, no, like, I don't know. You don't have to be perfect. What do you think, Dave?
Yeah, I think myself, like, just going through a lot in the last 3 or 4 years, starting new jobs. I think it's okay to change. Like, it's not always going to be what it is.
Yeah,
I think there's a quote, it too shall pass. The
yeah,
good times and the bad times will pass. And I think just having a little bit of belief and faith that you can do this
yeah.
can go a far way. Yeah.
No, I agree. And we just touched on it with this question, like, and I've said it probably in 100 episodes. You have to stay doing what you have to do long after that feeling why you started is gone. And I think people get so excited to start new things, and all of a sudden they have to do the hard stuff and they have to train a little bit dirty, and all of a sudden it's tough and they want to bail and try something else. It's like, no, like stay the course a little bit because that immediate feeling when you start is gone. But if you wake up, do your job every day, you're gonna get to where you want to get to. Transition. Let's talk about your mental health right now, man. Obviously, it was so great to see you a couple weeks ago. We had a great time. The vibes were immaculate, very high times. Talk about how you're feeling right now, mental health wise, dude.
Yeah, man, I've been feeling pretty good. I think I've been really focusing on just kind of um enjoying myself more. Like I don't have a partner or anything. So it can be like lonely at times, but I've been working on like connecting with people and getting out and asking people to do things. I think that helps me a little bit more to be around people. I think sometimes it can be hard in your mid 20s if and you can definitely go the wrong direction, but I think if you continue to work on your relationships and reach out to people, I think that can help yourself as well. Um,
Yeah.
what what do you think?
No, I think like you're in a brand new location still. Like, I know it's not brand new anymore, but you're still out there and you're meeting people. Like, you went out there on a whim by yourself. Like, what has helped you? Like, how have you kind of gotten to different circles? Just meeting people? What do you think?
Yeah, I think one person leads to another. I live in like
Yeah.
a smaller town, and I think just like going out of my way and saying hello to a random person at the
Yeah, man.
gym that I see all the time and compliment them, it might feel really, really awkward at first, but it's only like a 5 second thing, right? Just saying,
Yeah.
oh, it's not that hard. And I think it's good for people to reach out and talk to people. I
Yeah.
don't know.
Dude, no, I'm that guy. And like people think I'm weird for doing that. Like I try to make sure when we go out to eat, I try to like boy up the waiter. Like when we go to the gym, I try to give a compliment. I don't know. I think in my life, if I wouldn't have gone out of my way and been myself, my life would be completely different. You know,
Yeah.
I talk about the story how I met Ash all the time. Like, I don't ever meet Ash and start dating Ash unless I boy up a dude in the Wrigley Field bleachers in 2018. It led to 7 years later, I'm marrying the love of my life, right? So, like, taking those chances and just saying hello. There's another quote, too, something along the lines of, you never know when that person's on their last straw, their last leg, their last resource. And if you can be a light to that person, you truly never know what someone's going through, you know?
Yeah, yeah, for sure. I
And
think
Dave, you're that guy for a lot of people, man. Go ahead.
yeah, I think it's important just to be a good person. What have you been doing recently to take care of your mental health?
Yeah, man. I recently got promoted at work, which has been great, but it's been new. Um, there's always friction with change, right? So just trying to like get acclimated to that, trying to get accustomed to the new role. Nothing's really changed married life. Me and Ash kind of go about our business, right? Like she's in school, I work the two jobs. When we're not working or doing the two jobs, we're together. You know, like that's just what we do. Um, I think the biggest thing for my mental health right now is just understanding that sometimes you have to buy back your time. Um, what I mean by that is I'm at a point in my life, Dave, where like if I struggle with something, if I have time to work on it and make it better, I will. But if there's somebody really, really, really great at it, I have no problem with assisting and being like, hey, I'm going to go pay this person because they're really, really good and it helps them. Right. I have to shout out, I have actually an odd shout out. So Kate Gavin was our photographer at the wedding. And Kate Gavin was on the podcast. She played soccer, Division 3, fantastic episode. That was Kate Gavin's first ever wedding that she did as a photographer. And she did an amazing job. Like those pictures are starting to come out, whatever, whatever. But the reason I bring that up is it was tough at first for being asked to go, wait, she's never done a wedding before, but we trusted her as a person. We trusted her as someone that had credibility outside of that. It was way easier to compensate her for her time because we believed in her as a person. So I've been trying to buy back my time and put money in people's hands where I know it's valued, we'll get something good out of it, and it can help them in the future for sure.
Yeah, yeah, I like that a lot. That's huge. Yeah, just putting some faith into the person and the relationship that you know is big as well.
No doubt. And I think that random person too, like you never know when that random person on the street that you said hi to, it could change your entire life, Dave. And I like that you're doing that, man. Because once again, you're single, you're in a brand new location. You got to get out of your comfort zone. Because I know when you got out there, that wasn't comfortable for you.
No, you gotta keep on getting out of your comfort zone, and that doesn't stop, I don't think. I think it's important to keep on challenging yourself or one like come out of comfort zone task a day. What do you think about that?
Yeah, dude, it's a non-negotiable, man. It's a non-negotiable. Yeah, today on a day, like I have a lot of lessons like we touched on. I'm gonna find a way to get out of my comfort zone today. I love when college kids come back or like professional players come back and you get to kind of test what you know compared on what they know. That's something I look forward to. Dave, let's do this, man. Obviously, we never do anything on a script. That's not our style. Like this has been 20 minutes of stuff that we didn't touch on before. Like this is what we're gonna do today. I want to give you. I'm gonna think of a name for this, but I'm gonna give you 5 names. I want you to say the first thing that comes to your head when I give you the name.
Okay.
Okay. Tristan Michaels. You saw him last week, a couple weeks ago now. Go ahead.
Yeah, that's a good person right there. That's a really, really good person, good friend. He cares about people, that's for sure. And it was really great to see him and reconnect with him and see everyone at the wedding.
Yeah,
Yeah.
I'd agree. You can popcorn me back. It won't just be 5 in a row. So if you got a name, go ahead, hit me.
Mm. Um,
Putting you on the spot, Dave. Putting you on the spot.
Jake Peterson.
Jake Peterson. I saw a meme the other day and it said, everybody needs a guy that puts a tie on their head at the wedding. And Jake Peterson, the last 5 weddings I've been to with that guy, tie is on the forehead. I told Jake after the wedding, man, like just a fantastic guy. He's been on the podcast. Just a legend. The Peterson family, just legends, man. Just legends.
Yeah.
All right, I got one for you. It's football Sunday. If you're watching the Bears, let's talk about Caleb Williams, man. Are we in? Or are we out on Caleb Williams?
Dude, you know what? I'm gonna be completely honest with you. I haven't watched the Bears game all year.
Wow. So your mental health has never been better.
It's never been football. Like I've never been a football guy, but it
In. Okay. In. Simple as that. I think I'm in too, just for today. We'll see how he does.
Game 7, World Series. Did you
Yeah, man.
did
You
you see
watched that
it?
game. You watched that game last night.
I went to bed after the ninth.
Okay. So let me talk about this. So game 7 last night. Great series. Reminded me a lot of the 2016 series. Like really good baseball all around. My question is, people got to give Dave Roberts some flowers after last night. With the defensive change to go to Pajes in center, like what a catch. To go with Miguel Rojas, who actually has lost his starting job for the Dodgers twice since he's been on contract at short and second. He's the hero last night. And then to come back with the Yamamoto when he threw 96 pitches the day before. That's the stuff you can't write up. That's how people are romantic about baseball, you know?
Yeah,
That's him, man.
it's there.
It's there, man. All right, I got one more for you. And I want you to really dive a little bit deeper into this one. Steve Peterson was there last at the wedding. Talk to me about Steve.
Yeah, Steve has just been a huge influence on my life. Um, he really has shaped me into the person I am today. I look up to him. He's been there. I started doing baseball lessons with him maybe when I was 12 or 13 years old. And he's really led me to the person that I am today. And honestly, it means a lot to have him in my life. Like I would not be the person here without him and how he's changed my life. Yeah.
Yeah, I would have to agree with you, man. And on a day where, we jump on 25 minutes ago and we're sitting here like, what are we going to talk about today? I'm really glad that we did. I think for people, if you're still listening, which we appreciate, go talk to somebody. Like, just go grab somebody. I'm at the BP gas station. You bet your ass I'm about to go in there and boy up the guy at the counter. Go do something out of your comfort zone. You never know. Um, these little things, these little choices, these little changes could be a huge thing in the future for you. I'd recommend doing it right now in the present. I will shout out Zach and I are going to Elk Grove High School next week, and we're doing a speaking event. So if you haven't checked out Me Too We yet, please, I should do a better job of shouting them out. They're on our post, but like for people that don't see our social media, check out Me Too We, check out the message that we're trying to send. And Dave, as always, man, you're a brother to me, you're family to me. We've come a long way since our last one-on-one interview together. So I love you, man, and I appreciate you jumping on, dude.
Yeah, I appreciate it. For any listener listening today, thank you. You can find us, reach out to us. If
Yeah.
it's we're here, we'll guide you into the right direction. And
Amen,
always,
Dave.
yeah, yeah.
Hit it, Dave.
And always keep going.
Amen, baby. At the KG podcast, hit the boys up, and Jackie, we love you guys. Keep going.